Good morning, Jackednnerdy fans. Welcome to my non-spoiler review for the new vampire horror movie, Abigail. Before we jump into that review, though, as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you guys never miss out on a video. And if you do enjoy our content, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you a thing and it supports the channel greatly. So hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate your support. So let's jump straight into it. Abigail. I have been very excited for this film ever since I saw the very first trailer. I thought it was a fantastic concept. If you haven't seen any of the trailers, basically the idea is this group of criminals, they kidnap a little girl, thinking that they're holding her ransom, and her rich dad is this multi-millionaire or billionaire who's going to pay a hefty ransom. Little do they know that the little girl that they've just abducted is actually a vampire. All chaos ensues, and it's just a wild, fun, blood-filled ride. So, again, no spoilers, not giving away any spoilers. That was all given away in the trailer. Basically, so I was very excited for this film. Like, the premise alone had me really intrigued. But then also when I found out that the actor Durand was in it, I was all in because I absolutely love him. I think he's a brilliant actor, and anything that he's in, I'm interested in watching. So I'll come back to the cast in just a second. But basically, right from the get-go, this film, it doesn't dawdle. It doesn't, take a while to build up or anything. Basically, you get straight into it, straight at the beginning. And you're very quickly introduced to all the main players and everything. I really was not disappointed with this movie. Like, that's the thing. Quite often with some of these horror movies, they promise something in the trailers, and then when you go to the movie, it's completely different. Or the trailers make it look like it's a grade or even a B grade horror movie, and then when you go to see it, it's a D or even an E grade horror movie. But this film did not hold back at all. It hit the mark on so many levels. I will say it's a little bit long for my taste. I did find myself towards the end kind of thinking, wow, this has been going on for quite a while. I wonder how much longer it's going to go. It's not like these films that are like 2.5 hours long. It's got a run time of 1 hour and 49 minutes, which is not overly long. But when you're dealing with subject material, that's very, very simplistic. And when you're dealing with practically the whole film takes place in one house, albeit a mansion, but it's one house. It's one location. Look, the opening of the movie, they show the kidnapping and the abduction and all that, so that's obviously set elsewhere, but 98% of the film takes place in the one location. So it does get a little bit tedious towards the end. However, that being said, there are a few really interesting and really neat twists and turns that kind of keep you engaged and keep you interested in the story and wanting to see what happens. So look, story, the premise and the story, fantastic. Set designs, the set designs are absolutely fantastic in this film. They really did a great job. The house that I just mentioned that all of this film takes place in, albeit a mansion, just the design and the look of it is just absolutely fantastic. I was watching it going, wow, I love that house. I'd want to own that house. Mrs. Jackednnerdy and I could live very, very comfortably there. So the set designs were really, really fantastic and really beautiful. The casting, I thought, was absolutely fantastic. As I mentioned earlier, Durand is in this film. Albeit he's a supporting character, he's not a lead character as such. but again, like, his performances never disappoint in my opinion, so he was absolutely fantastic. There were lots of new-ish actors that I'm not overly familiar with. Obviously, I'll start with the main lead, the girl that plays Abigail, Alisha Weir. She was absolutely fantastic. And at times really, really creepy. So she was brilliant. You've got Melissa Barrera, Kathryn Newton, Dan Stevens, all did fantastic jobs with their characters and portrayal. Angus Cloud, who in my opinion was just irritating as all hell. I'm sure that's how he was trying to make this character as annoying and frustrating as possible, and he did a fantastic job of it. And then we've got the great Giancarlo Esposito. He is just absolutely brilliant in everything that he does. Interestingly enough, he doesn't have a lot of screen time in this film. I mean, you see him in the trailers, obviously, as kind of the mastermind or what have you, the guy who's putting it all together. He's got very, very little screen time in this film, which is a little bit disappointing. However, the time that he has is really, really good. It's just always good seeing him on screen. So, So look, I mean, I think they did a great job with the casting. It was nice to see some relatively newish faces or unknown faces. And that literally they all did a fantastic job. As I said, Angus, you just absolutely hate him. But then you got Dan Stevens and Melissa Barrera and you quite enjoy the screen presence. So it's one of those things. So look, all in all, I really enjoyed this film. It is definitely a film that I will go back and rewatch many, many times in the future. I mean, who doesn't love a good vampire horror movie? I mean, come on, Johnny Carpenter's Vampires, and Queen of the Damned and all of that. Everyone loves a good vampire horror movie. This one is no exception. This is definitely one to go back and revisit a number of times. Interestingly enough, on IMDB, it is scoring 6.8 out of 10 at the moment, and it's got a Rotten Tomatoes score of 81%. Look, I'll kind of fit right in the middle there, and I'll give it a good solid 7 out of 10. Had a fantastic time, enjoyed myself immensely, loved the twists and turns. As I said, maybe just went 15 minutes longer than it needed to be. But, what's 15 minutes? It's in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing major. And like I said, I mean, you could very easily just put this on in the background, have it playing, while you're only half paying attention or what have you, and you'll still get a kick out of it. So that is my non-spoiler review for Abigail. I had a great time watching this film. I really think a lot of people will enjoy this horror film. Mrs. Jackednnerdy for sure will definitely enjoy it. I can't wait to revisit it again, maybe when it's on streaming or what have you. This is definitely a good one. I think everyone will enjoy this film, especially if you're a fan of the genre. Hit me up in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys thought of Abigail. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What were your thoughts? I'd be interested to hear what everyone else thinks. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We got a jam-packed week coming out. We've got I'll be dropping a review for the Fallout series that just came out. I had to spread it out over a couple of days due to dad duties, but I managed to get through it all in about 5 or 6 days. So we've got our review of Fallout coming out. There's also part 2 of the Rebel Moon series is dropping on Netflix, I believe, this weekend, so I will be doing a review video for that. We've got The Fall Guy coming out in Australian cinemas next week. We've also got Boy Kills World coming out. We got a jam-packed week or two coming out, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on a video. And again, give these videos a thumbs up, and until next time, guys, stay jacked and stay nerdy.